This is an ABC News special report.
Hey, good evening. This is an ABC News special report. I'm Tom Yamas in New York. What appears to be a major police emergency unfolding in London tonight. Details just beginning to come in. Reports of violence in several London locations. You see them there. We do know that President Trump has been briefed on the incidents and is monitoring the situation. In London, Prime Minister Theresa May has also been in contact with security officials. Here's what we know at this hour. An incident happening at the London Bridge, then nearby at a restaurant in Borough Hall, and also a possible third incident at Vauxhall. It is still unclear exactly what has happened, but it comes at a time when European cities are becoming more and more frequent targets for terrorists. And England still reeling from the recent suicide bombing in Manchester just 2 weeks ago. And this just in from our team in London. London Metropolitan Police are asking local radio stations right now to broadcast this message to anyone caught up in any of these incidents to, quote, run, hide, and tell. Let's go to London right now. ABC's Jennifer Eccleston starting us off tonight. Jennifer.
Tom, chaotic and disturbing scenes in 3 central London locations near London Bridge and a second incident at Borough Market, a popular restaurant venue nearby. Police, guns drawn, telling people to get on the ground. There are also reports of a stabbing there with shots fired. And also a possible incident in South London near the Vauxhall area. That's a few miles from London Bridge. Police have confirmed that on London Bridge, a vehicle striking pedestrians. There are reports of injuries, bodies on the ground. The BBC reporting their sources say more than one person has died. People are being told to leave and avoid the area. Police are also asking radio stations to broadcast to people caught up in this chaos to run, to hide, and to tell police if they see anything untoward. It is a frantic and chaotic scene, eerily reminiscent of the Westminster Bridge attack a few months ago, which killed 5 people. The terror threat here is severe, meaning an attack is likely. Tom?
Chaotic and frightening situation tonight. We do want to mention our news partners at the BBC are confirming that at least 2 people have already died. ABC News has yet to confirm this, but our news partners at the BBC are reporting that. We also have some eyewitnesses who were on the scene who saw some of what happened tonight. Let's listen to that sound.
But look, why are these not all running? They're still shitting because there's shots getting fired and bang, bang, bang. But we've just been dashed back by the police.
There are people on the ground. Everything looks so awful. So I didn't see anything with my eyes, but my friend said, oh, there is a van, and this van went into people. And then we saw, I think, 3-4 people lying on the ground, and then the police arrived and the ambulance arrived.
Back here at home, we do know that the NYPD has been monitoring all the situations that is happening there in London, and the president retweeting tonight a news report from the Drudge Report that says fears of a new terror attack after van mows down 20 people on London Bridge. I want to bring in our senior justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre, we have seen at least a dozen incidents in the last 2 years happen in European cities all across that continent. What you're seeing tonight, give me your take.
Well, Tom, we've talked to a number of federal law enforcement sources, and as you said, the president has been briefed. The National Security Council is monitoring the situation, as are the relevant components of the FBI and Homeland Security. Right now, the situation, they don't know what this is exactly. The suspicion is that it is terrorism. Again, the suspicion is that. They don't know it for certain. This notion of people using vehicles as low-tech method of terrorism is a huge ongoing issue. Law enforcement bulletins in this country have been going out almost monthly, warning officials here that this is the mode of attack that the terrorists prefer at the moment. Again, they're trying to get additional information. One source said, we're getting out of the way, letting the Brits do their work until they can determine what is going on in what is described as a dangerous and ongoing situation, Tom.
Pierre, I know it's still very early in the night and we're still getting a lot of the information and all this news is still very fresh. But if these 3 incidents are all connected, this would look to be a larger terror plot and slightly different than some of the lone wolf attacks we've seen recently in Europe.
Well, again, we don't know all the details yet, Tom, but clearly the Brits are disturbed and they believe perhaps that they have a cell of people that have been operating in that country. I believe the latest reports that they had at least 500 people that were under surveillance at any different time in Great Britain. So this is an ongoing situation. Again, we don't know precisely what this is yet, but the suspicion is that it's probably going to be terrorism, and law enforcement officials are describing a situation where in Great Britain they have scores and scores of mostly young men who could be potential radicals.
Pierre Thomas for us tonight. We thank Pierre and Jennifer for their reporting, and we'll continue to monitor these situations throughout the night. Again, 3 separate emergency incidents happening in London tonight. It is believed possibly a terror incident, but it's still very early in the night so far. For the latest developments, check out abcnews.com and, of course, on Good Morning America tomorrow. I'm Tom Llamas in New York. We thank you for watching. We now return to our scheduled programming.
This has been a special report from ABC News.